Hello students, welcome to Raval online classes. I am Vinita Gogia from Raval Convent School. In this session, we are going to understand second part of the third lesson of English literature book of class 10th. Name of the lesson is The Black Aeroplane and it is written by Frederick Forsyth. Before reading the chapter, let me give you some information about this story. The story, The Black Aeroplane, is written in first person narration. That is, it is written as some incident which really happened in author's life. Sometimes authors use this style of writing to make their stories more authentic, more convincing to the readers. And what's the need to be to convince the readers for authenticity of this story? That we will know when we read the story. Actually, the story is a mysterious story. It is an open-ended story. The author has left the ending of the story to readers' imagination. Now, let's read the story. The moon was coming up in the east behind me, and stars were shining in the clear sky above me. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. I was dreaming of my holiday and looking forward to being with my family. I looked at my watch, 1:30 in the morning. In this paragraph, the author gives information about the protagonist, the hero of the story. He was a pilot. He was going back to England, which was his hometown, from France where he worked. He was on holiday. He was excited and looking forward to meet his family. At that time, he was flying in his old aeroplane, that is old Dakota plane. It was 1:30 in the morning and he was flying over a village where the people were swept peacefully in the blanket of sleep. Now look at the next paragraphs. I should call Paris Control soon, I thought. As I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, I saw the lights of a big city in front of me. I switched on the radio and said, Paris Control, Dakota DS-088 here. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England. Over. The voice from the radio answered me immediately. DS-088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degrees west now. DS-088, over. I checked the map and the compass, switched over to my second and last fuel tank and turned the Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. I will be in time for breakfast, I thought. A good big English breakfast. Everything was going well. It was an easy flight. In these two paragraphs, the author describes that the flight was quite easy. There were no complications, no dangers. Though the aeroplane was quite old, all its instruments were working properly. The compass was showing directions. He had the map and could contact with Paris control room for guidance. The only problem was that he had a little less fuel in the fuel tank, but it was not a problem at all. He wanted to reach England at the earliest and wished to have big English breakfast with his family. Now come to the next paragraph. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind me when I saw the clouds, storm clouds. They were huge. They looked like black mountains standing in front of me across the sky. I knew I could not fly up and over them, and I did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. I ought to go back to Paris, I thought, but I wanted to get home. I wanted that breakfast. I will take the risk, I thought, and flew that old Dakota straight into the storms. Now here the twist comes in the story. The problem started when he came 150 kilometers ahead of Paris. Suddenly, black stormy clouds the huge dark clouds came in front of his old Dakota. At that time, the most practical decision would be to go back to Paris. But sometimes heart rules over the mind, especially when someone is going to meet his loved ones. That was what happened to him. He wanted to meet his family, so he decided to go forward. As he did not have enough fuel in his fuel tank, instead of going over the clouds, he went straight into the clouds. Now, what happened inside the clouds? Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. I looked at the compass. I could not believe my eyes. The compass was turning round and round and round. It was dead. It would not work. The other instruments were suddenly dead. Too, I tried the radio. Now, what happened inside the clouds? Inside the clouds, everything turned black. As the clouds were very dense, he could see only dark outside. Moreover, all the instruments of plane, the compass, the radio suddenly became dead. They were not working at all, and fuel in the fuel tank was very less. He was lost in the storm. He did not know where to go. He was in real danger. Paris control, Paris control. Can you hear me? There was no answer. The radio was dead too. I had no radio, no compass, and could not see where I was. I was lost in the storm. Then, in the black clouds quite near me, I saw another aeroplane. It had no lights on its wings, but I could see it flying next to me through the storm. I could see the pilot's face turned towards me. I was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved. "Follow me," he was saying. "Follow me." He knows that I am lost, I thought. He is trying to help me. So obviously he was very terrified as he has lost in the storm, but suddenly he saw that he was not alone. Another aeroplane was also flying in those stormy clouds just near to his plane. The second aeroplane was very strange. It was totally black in color and there were no lights on its wings. It was flying so near that the pilot could see the other pilot's face also. He saw the pilot was telling him to follow his plane through his gestures. Our hero, the pilot of Dakota plane, felt relieved. He understood that the pilot of the black aeroplane wanted to help him. He started chasing the black aeroplane like an obedient child follows his elders. Now look what happened. He turned his aeroplane slowly to the north in front of my Dakota so that it would be easier for me to follow him. I was very happy to go behind the strange aeroplane like an obedient child. After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the clouds. Now there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota's last tank to fly for 5 or 10 minutes more. I was starting to feel frightened again. But then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. Suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw 2 long straight lines of lights in front of me. It was a runway, an airport. I was safe. I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane, but the sky was empty. There was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. I could not see anywhere the black aeroplane. So what happened? The pilot of the old Dakota started following the black aeroplane. He started chasing the black plane like an obedient child follows his elders. Everything went smoothly for half an hour or so. Then the pilot looked at his fuel tank. There was very less fuel. He became terrified again. But then instantly he saw 2 lines of the light. It was a runway. Now what the runway is? Runway is the hard ground where planes land or take off. So on seeing runway, the pilot obviously became very happy. He was safe now. Now he wanted to thank his savior, the pilot of the black aeroplane, but he could not see him anywhere. Neither he nor his plane was visible. The sky was empty. Now see what happened now. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. I went and asked a woman in the control center where I was and who the other pilot was. I wanted to say thank you. She looked at me very strangely and then laughed. Another aeroplane up there in the storm. No other aeroplane were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. So who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio and without any more fuel in my tanks? Who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without lights? So, what happened now? The pilot landed safely. He wanted to show his gratitude for the pilot of the black aeroplane. So, he went straight to the control center and inquired about the other plane. The lady there was bewildered. She looked at him strangely and said, there was no other plane. He was the only one who was flying at that stormy night. The author left the story here open-ended. He left it for the readers to imagine. Who was the pilot of the black aeroplane? Okay, you try to guess it yourself. It may be a friendly ghost or the god himself, or maybe the pilot's intuition, which we call third eye. This is up to you what you think the answer is. I hope now you have understood the story completely and will be able to answer the questions related to it. Now look at the words which you may read for the first time in this lesson and their meaning. The first word is runway. Runway is a strip of hard ground along which aircraft take off and land. The second word which might be new for you is frightened. It means terrified. Then the third word followed, which means chaste. Obedient is the one who obeys or one who follows elders' instructions. And glad, which means happy. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Stay home, stay safe.